Power Automate is a part of Power Platform, and it is a great tool that allows you to be able to develop applications, automate tasks without having to know a lot of extensive programming logic or have a lot of extensive programming experience whatsoever. Power Automate is known as what we call in the industry a low-code, no-code application software development approach. If you have been using Power Automate for any length of time, then you know that it is a great tool. But one of the drawbacks currently right now in its current state is that sometimes it can be very hard to debug, to figure out where you're having issues within your flow, especially if you're really new to Power Automate. It can take you a considerable amount of time just to get over the learning curve to try to figure out why you're having the issues or experiencing the issues in your flow. What we're going to talk about today is actually an action inside of Power Automate flows called scope. We're going to discuss why they're important, why you should use the scope action, and how can it improve your overall Power Automate flows. This is what the scope action looks like. I like to think of it or to view it as a container. In this image right here, you can see there are no actions that have been assigned to this scope action. Here we see that we have a couple of actions that have been assigned to this scope. All of 4 of these different actions are associated with this scope. What I really like about this is that, especially if I need to copy actions from one flow to another, all I have to do is just copy this particular scope and all the actions will go over and migrate over to the new flow. One of the first reasons that we discussed about why it's advantageous to use flows, especially if you need to copy actions from one Power Automate flow to another Power Automate flow. Using the scope action can be a game changer and can save you a considerable amount of time migrating actions from one flow to another flow as you save it to your clipboard. Just like any other action within Power Automate, you can also give your scope a unique name. What I like about using scope is that it allows you to be able to organize portions of your Power Automate flows to make them easier to read, to maintain, and can also assist you greatly when you have to try to figure out where you're having issues within your flow, why you're experiencing errors, and also allow you to be able to organize your flows in such a way where you can have different things that happen when issues or errors occur inside your Power Automate flows. So if you're new to Power Automate and you want to learn some of the best practices of how you should organize your flows, I would definitely encourage you to learn more about scope. Hopefully this gives you a little bit of a better understanding of how you can incorporate using the scope action within your flows and allow you to create better flows as you continue to work with Power Platform and Power Automate. As always, like, share, and subscribe, and we'll see you in our next lesson. Take care.